Hey, good morning, everybody. So, apologize to not send you guys the market structure for yesterday for today, but let's do a quick review. Okay. Yesterday the expectation was 20 points up, not 25 as we saw, right? No, I don't track zero DTE, but the structures is 20 points, but we saw 25. Just hold on, I have some problems with my computer too. So they spiked 25. Repeating, so the expectation was 20. If you guys like to analyze graphic, you guys realize that they defend EMA 8 in the weekly graph. Okay, that's ours, the green line that now is at 4462. Yesterday was around 4450 something, I guess was 52. Okay, of course it's move a little bit up because we had like a green candle. So again, they defend the EMA 8 in the daily graph, but they sold at EMA 3 in the weekly graph, both in weekly graph. According to daily graph, the bullion band is already open little by little, and we are very close to backtest EMA 50 at 4,431. So far, the EMA 8 in the weekly graph is saving the market. You guys also have been realized that they save EMA 8 in the weekly graph, but they bring at EMA 8 in the daily graph, and then they start to sell again. Okay, this means markets show weakness, not strength. You guys realize the volume in the green candles is really lower, is much more lower than the red candles. Of course, that nowadays, especially this month, we have been seeing lower volume because dealers have been removing liquidity and they are not intended to add liquidity. We're not seeing a spike in DIX above 50%. It's fluctuating between 48 and 45, right? Of course, that we start to see a bearish DIX as soon as you lose 45, start to print below 44. Okay, we're still in a bullish region, but is in a trend to move to a bearish region. And the GX is still higher, so book is prepared. If they want to sell, they will sell. If you want to sell, you sell lower because they are not adding more liquidity. The liquidity that they have been adding is for them to sell or ours to sell, to squeeze later bears, move market up and sell higher. That's the symptomatic. If you check the Magnificent 7, yesterday they save EMA 50 and they bring back to back test EMA 8, 50 white, 8 green. So at 1755.76. Okay, we will open with a little bit gap. It's not gap down, but we will open red, and the support so far is the EMA 50. We lost, now we recovered, and we tend, the tendency of, the per graphic pattern is to lose 50 and try to backtest EMA 20 at 1461. That's, the tendency. We go up to tend or EMA 8 or EMA 20, and then break down 52 backtest EMA 200 at 1473. Remember that in the My Market web that I sent you guys on Friday night before market open, the only graph that didn't show us like a bearish pattern was Dow Jones. But I also highlighted because big blue chips supposed to be earning today as on this week as Walmart and Cisco, adding the weakness on Magnificent 7, the Dow Jones tend to revert this week. I put this in the market wrap delivered to you guys last Friday. Okay, And you guys now realize you have like a big candle so far, and we lost for the first time the EMA 20, right? We lost for the first time EMA 20. MACD is bearish, Russell MACD is bearish, TEX MACD is bearish. TEX just they melt up TEX to Magnificent 7. As I said, backtest EMA 50, lost EMA 50, backtest EMA 8, and now we start to go down again. We tend now to backtest first the bullish band, lower band at 1487.74. Maybe we can go up to backtest 50, up to be ready to go down and backtest EMA 200 in the daily graph. That's the graphic pattern as everybody knows. We already started the reversal. As I explained before, the pivot, this is the pivot, right? I told you guys that's a formation in the daily graph, that's a pivot. As soon as you break 4,540, and 4,540 became the new resistance, this pivot will be confirmed. Okay, we don't need to see a big candle over here to say, now this is the pivot. No, the pivot is this guy. This guy starts the back trend. At the beginning, we saw like almost a 3-star formation inside the candle, and then a gap down, and we start to lose the candle. We never recover 4,540 again, right? Consequently, this is a pivot formation. Now, we want to see a pivot in the weekly graph. I also highlight in my market web, for those that like fractals, I put over here in the weekly graph that week. Let me move to weekly graph. So you guys will realize almost the same information. If you look for 1, 2, 3, these 4 candles, right? Especially these 3, you guys will see the same formation over here. Harami cross, a small Harami cross, and I also told the possibility. Let me open the market wrap. Friday, let's go back to Friday. You guys, you see here, yeah, I highlighted, this fractal to you guys. See, and I put like in a white per fractal. We could mirror it next week. So a big red candle and build a pivot in the weekly graph. Okay, that's you. I put this in the market wrap. But the only doubt that I have is regarding a big order that you printed back in November. Is a in the money order already. Somebody bought. Could be sell as well. This person could be how can I say? Is trading a delta decay. I don't know. But if he sold, he's looking for market below 4,367. So the idea is to monitor 4,050 call strikes that expire on Friday morning. So this person or bought or sold 4,000 contracts. If he bought, that's good to see unwind. And then, market will be ready to lose 4,367, because 4,367 is a little bit above the EMA 20 in the weekly graph. That's the big order that I'm looking for. There's a big support that I'm looking for. So we need to monitor. Let me put over here SPX. SPX. And then let's go to 18 a.m. and look for 4050. Or 4050, we still have 5,634 contracts open. Okay, so I'm still looking for this is a big support, 4,367. Okay, much probably this person will try to make market above 4,400 to receive full premium, right? Consequently, we have been seeing those zigzags going up and down, defend one weekly EMA and then reject a daily EMA. For example, EMA 8, they are rejecting EMA 8 in the daily graph, but they are buying at EMA 8 in the weekly graph. That's a preparation for a meltdown. How big it will be, I don't know. But I hope you guys understand that we are in a final phase of distribution. We have been seeing a big rotation so far, but now you don't have more space to rotate to Dija or even Russell because and also Tex because everybody's nearby the all-time high, right? Doesn't make sense to make a rotation right now. It's much better to see a pullback and buy again and distribute again. No crash, no crash. If you see a crash, it's because that you want to inject money again. That's something that you need to buy, right? I'm not expecting any crash. I'm expecting a top and bottom descendant. It's a bear market, right? Squeeze, spike, huge squeeze. This was the biggest squeeze ever. We never see a squeeze like this in such type of environment. It's an environment that people is removing liquidity. Even the Fed balance sheets is going up, but banks are not low anymore. Doesn't matter if you see Federal Reserve balance sheets not going down, but we regular people don't go to the Federal Reserve and get loan from them, get money from them. We get money from banks, right? Federal Reserve, usually give money to banks, corporations, whatever. And then those corporation banks are responsible to give money to us, right? Small business, retail, to retail. in general. But you know, retail in general are not getting money anymore. You know, they are not increasing credit, they are not, you know, delivering new loans. You guys have been seeing the mortgages going down, the application of mortgages going down, and also is going up the rejection. So means we are in an environment of credit crunch, right? You know, lack of liquidity. So I don't expect a crash because it's very clear that the central banks have been supporting big corporations. Okay, I'm expecting a tops and bottom descent. Okay, that's it. That's the overview. Regarding for today, I'm seeing, you know, a resistance at 4,578.40. Why? Because yesterday somebody bought a delta minus 94, very close from minus 1 delta. So somebody hedged themselves buying 4,530 or 35 put. So he or she expanded, you know, more than $500,000. So because the order was above $500,000 premium, that's the biggest order that printed yesterday. Oh, let me over here. And as you can see here, again, somebody asked liquidity yesterday. That's what I told you guys. Just told you guys. Over here, almost nearby the close, 4,530 put minus 94 delta minus 0.94 deltas. So this person, this is more than $500,000 premium. So this person is looking for 4,478.40 as a resistance because it's the break even of these orders. Okay, that's the biggest order that printed yesterday at TD Ameritrade and Thinkorswim. So I'm looking for 78.40 as a important resistance. Take care, guys.